Okay, so I think I was able to reduplicate a couple of those errors with the extrusion and then um, the glow. So let's take a look at some of that. So if I just click the circle, so I already created the circle and the curves to extrude along. So if I just click the circle and shift click the curve and we come up to surfaces and we do with these settings, we come down quads, standard fit, and we click extrude. I'm getting some of that weird kind of sliding and oblong-y kind of stuff. Okay, so let's fix that. Here's the problem. If we click on the curve and if we right click, we go to control vertex, we don't have a lot of points. If we resampled this, we can actually give this circle through the amount of points more information. So let's just right click and go back to object mode. Click on the curve, come up to the top and let's click curves, go to rebuild. I'm just going to edit, reset. And you should see like 4 number of spans here. And let's just do 500. Let's put a bunch in there. Okay. I'm going to click the curve or the circle, shift click the curve, and then I'm going to go to surfaces and extrude, all those same settings, and extrude. Now you can see this circle turns the corner a little bit better. And you can play around with, you know, maybe you don't want standard fit, you want quads count or control points. You can play around with all that to get kind of the geo that you want. But here you can see a second ago we had that, it was just like a straight line from one circle to the next, and here it's fixed. So, okay, I'm going to smooth that so you can kind of just see we've got a smoother circle type thing going on and not a straight error like we had a second ago. Okay, so I'm just going to fill the ends of these holes. So I'm going to go up to mesh and fill hole. Okay. Okay, so let's make this glow. So if we go to making sure that we've got our extruded surface clicked, if we go to up to our top, we go to Arnold, go to lights. If we go to mesh light, we'll get a mesh light. Over here to the right, let's go to the attribute editor. We'll click the box for light visible. And if we come up here and we put a polyplane underneath things a little bit. Okay, just move the polyplane down a little bit. Or at least I'm trying to move the polyplane. Oh, it can't select that geo anymore, so we'll just kind of eyeball it. It's trying to snap it. Okay. Anyway, but back over to here, you should see the extruded surface and a plus sign next to it. If we open up that plus sign, there's our light. So we just click on our light, and I think we'll get black if we do a render. So I'm going to do Arnold render. Okay, we're not getting much of anything, but if we put the exposure up to like say 5, well, you can see we're starting to get some glow. Maybe we put the intensity up to say 5. We're starting to get some brightness and then some glow. And so this is where you just play around with that. Okay, but the problem is, so I'm getting a glow, but I need a background plane to see that. So if that fits your needs, like if you can just put a background plane underneath that or behind it, you will get some glow. Now if you don't want to do that for some reason, we can just turn that off. If I turn that off though and I render now, we're not going to see any glow, we're just going to see the object. So that's where we would want to come back and add some environment. So if we come up here and we click the clapper with the little gear at the very top, and we come over to the Arnold Renderer tab, come all the way down here where it says environment, click on atmosphere, and let's create AI atmosphere volume. Okay. If we click right now, we should see black. We shouldn't see anything yet because we have to add some density. So let's add a 0.01. See what that does. And I'm just going to render again. Wait for that. And already, because it's taken longer, I know it's doing something. So this is where it's starting to, now you can see some glow and fall off in here. So if you need to do some glow and fall off, that's how I would go about it. So this is where you can kind of go back and forth between the fog and some of these settings. So maybe put your exposure now up to 7. You're getting more of a spread, but you could also always play with your contrast or something like that when you get it over to Photoshop. But let's not do all that. Let's just take a quick look. I'm going to just come over here and delete this. I'm going to turn this plane back on because I wanted to show you one other thing. So let's come over here and click on the light. Cool thing you can do here is also you can use color temperature. Let's do the Arnold render. And so as we're looking at the color temperature, if we have it lower, it's kind of a hotter color. Or if it gets higher, it gets cooler. So you can see it kind of gets more blue up there. So anyway, that's how to play, get some better extrusions, and then also how to get some glow and stuff like that. So, and then just, you know, play around with all these settings and yeah, have fun with it.